What's up, you guys? Ross Sapp, managing editor, FightfulWrestling.com. We have a big weekend. Ring of Honor Final Battle, WWE TLC. But WWE has a big week of their own. 37 athletes attended this week's tryouts at the Performance Center. They mentioned some standouts. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here's the story as it appears on Fightful.com. Former UFC middleweight Eric Spicely, 32-year-old from Rhode Island. He has 10 professional wins and has several interviews on this website, actually, on Fightful.com and this YouTube channel. He's actually trained under Oni Lorcan and has competed in Beyond Wrestling. Cal Bloom, who is the son of former WWE superstar Wayne Bloom, Bo Beverly, rather, 6'5", 255 pounds, has trained under former WWE superstar Ken Kennedy and Brad Rheingans. You have Olympic sprinter Emmanuel Matadi, a 27-year-old from Liberia. He represented his home country in the 2016 Summer Olympics and won 2 NCAA Division II sprint titles. You have Heba Ali, a 22-year-old physical trainer and fitness social media star who was on Broken Skull Challenge. 24-year-old Matrick Belton, a 6'4", 215-pounder who played wide receiver for USC. You have Olivia Hassler, better known as the bad girl. Penelope Ford, you might know her as the boyfriend, or the girlfriend, rather, of bad boy Joey Janela. She appeared at All In. She appeared at NWA 70. She is one of the more high-profile names to appear at these tryouts, as we have heard that the mentality for these tryouts has changed from established independent stars to ones that they catch before they become big stars. But she's probably the most high profile. Included in those high profile names is 23-year-old Jeremiah Blaney, who is a 6'3", 260-pound bodybuilder who was on Floribama Shore. You have Randy Bino, who is an Ontario-based heavyweight wrestler, 6'6", 250, has trained under Santino Marella and Rip Rogers. You have the 6'5" Clayton Chambers, who works Reality of Wrestling under the name Van Harrison. You have Jonathan Cruz, who comes from the Team 3D Academy. Alexis Evans, a 23-year-old out of Georgia with a background in rugby and bodybuilding. Indie wrestler Danielle Hardy, who you all might know as Marty Daniels. She competed in volleyball and basketball in high school and has worked in UCW Zero. Latasha Harris, who is also known as Tasha Steeles, has worked for about 3 years in the Northeast. Donald Howard, the man of tomorrow. Daniel Eads is an indie wrestler out of Evansville, Indiana. 22-year-old Lenz Kamba, a 6'3", 224-pound former collegiate wrestler. Vincent Lawrence, a basketball player turned bodybuilder, 6'4", 250, and placed in the 2017 World Natural Bodybuilding Federation World Championships. You have 26-year-old weightlifter Tina Rivas. She is a cast member of the upcoming Titan Games, The Rock's new physical competition series that Robbie E. will actually participate on. You have Kenny Marquez, who is also known as Jake Atlas. He is a member of the Santino Brothers Wrestling Academy and was featured as a WWE hopeful in Stephanie McMahon's episode of Undercover Boss. 26-year-old NCAA national qualifier Caleb Marsh. He wrestled at Kent State University, where Dolph Ziggler went. 6'6", 240-pound Josh McNeil out of North Carolina. He is a former Under Armour All-American in high school and played for the Carolina Cobras in the National Arena League last year. 3-time Reality of Wrestling champion Luis Gino Medina, 22 years old, who has trained for 8 years. Worked for 8 years, rather. Former Marine Isaac Melton, who became a semi-pro football player, 27 years old, trained by Robert Gibson, one of the members of the Rock and Roll Express. You have former pro defensive end Jake Metz, 6'6", 260, had a couple of stints in the NFL and the Arena Football League. You have Tahuti Miles, a former Division I player who served in the U.S. Army. He also did a tryout in June 2017. He is a 28-year-old former karate fighter as well. 27-year-old Alex Morehouse, a college cheerleader who has gone to compete in Olympic weightlifting events and the 2015 American Open. You have EJ Nduka, 6'6", 265, played football for 4 years and trains in MMA. He is a pro bodybuilder. Y'all, Jason Osai, a 31-year-old Englishman residing in Texas who played for Baylor University and is trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, and judo. Pro football player and collegiate powerlifter Tom Parsons, 28 years old, 6'6", 260. Seeing a trend here. Michigan's Jamaal Pritchett, 6'2", 230-pound independent wrestler who competes under the name Jamal King. Basketball and football standout in high school. He switched to the mat game in 2014. You have Nick Palas, a 6'5", 275-pound super heavyweight bodybuilder and actor. Forrest Rhines, an 18-year wrestling veteran who has competed throughout North America and Asia as Cooley AO. Ian Michael Simon, an actor, strength coach, and strongman competitor out of Arizona. He was a linebacker and a fullback in collegiate and pro football. 22-year-old bikini competitor Courtney Lemmings, 25-year-old track and field athlete Emily Lugman, Nashville-based fitness instructor and model Haley Jade Poston, 26 years old. You have a second-generation wrestler and former figure skater in Carissa Rivera, 26-year-old from New Jersey, wrestles as Carissa the Cherokee Warrior and recently appeared on NXT TV. And you have Lady Frost, Brittany Ray Stedding, a competitive gymnast turned pro wrestler from Pittsburgh. WWE is expected to announce the latest crop of Performance Center recruits in January. Some big names headed there as well. We'll keep you updated at FightfulWrestling.com. Let me know what you think of any of these names. Have you seen any of these names locally? If so, let us know what you think. Obviously, most of you have seen Penelope Ford. If you all have been loyal to Fightful, you've probably seen Eric Spicely and his interviews with James Lynch. If not, go check those out. Until next time, guys, leave us a thumbs up and subscribe. We're out.